What is up, YouTube? I am home from work and I've been waiting all day to watch this press conference. Let me turn down my mic, that's a little loud. But I'm going to do this off stream just because I want to get some gaming in today. First day off of the holidays for me. Last day of work was today, and now I got 2 weeks off. So I'm super excited for this fight, and I think I know who. I think I have my prediction on who's going to win. I think Tyson Fury is going to win this fight. I have a few reasons for why, but the main reason is just like I've been watching the interviews for the all week, like Riyadh season. Like they've both done a bunch of interviews. Usyk seems ready. Usyk always seems ready. He's always ready to go, and he's a monster. Like I never have to worry about Usyk, but Fury I gotta worry if his mental is there, and it definitely seems there. He's talking about how he hasn't seen his kids and family and hasn't even used a phone in 3 months, and he just seems dialed in. He's got that hunger back. Like he kind of seems like he was for the Wilder too, but even more so. Like he just seems determined, like he's got a chip on his shoulder. I heard him sarcastically say he's washed up, he doesn't have a chin anymore, like talking about himself, where it's like you can tell he's got a chip on his shoulder. He wants to prove the doubters wrong, and he's coming in like ready to go. Usyk is just, he's always gonna at 100%. Usyk's like really professional about that, so I'm ready to go. Right now we're just going to be reacting to the final press conference, and it happened earlier today. I was at work, I was listening to it in my earbud, and then I turned it off, and I'm like, wait a minute, I should react to this. So I didn't get very far. I basically just heard Fury say something about how Usyk's in for a lot of pain. So I'm hoping we have a better press conference this time around. The first press conference was very dull, very boring. Neither man really seemed like they wanted to talk. So today I'm really hoping this press conference, I want some action. I want Fury to talk his shit. I want Usyk to talk some shit too, because it's always great when Usyk talks shit. And I just want some action. So, but I also am mainly just trying to see where they're at, because I've got a small bet on Fury right now, but I'm waiting to put my big bet on for either after this or after the weigh-in. But I really think Fury's going to take it, and not just that, I really want Fury to win, just because, like, I like both guys, but if Fury wins, we get the trilogy. I'm kind of like Turkey Al-Ashik there, where, I want trilogy, rabbit, we have room in kitchen for one more. That was hilarious, that call he did with the three-way video call between Turkey, Tyson, and Usyk. Or even Turkey's like rooting for Tyson because he wants that trilogy fight. I love both guys, so I don't really care who wins, but I'm excited either way. So I'm going to, instead of putting us into this screen that I usually do for reacting, because I'm learning, like I'd usually do this and I'd have the video here, but I think I'm going to just pull us into like my gaming setups scene here, just so we can get a full screen of the weigh-in, so you guys can see what I'm seeing more, so it's not so small. I wanted to do my intro with like my camera there, but anyway, I've got the weigh-in to rate before. I didn't want to go to like the shortened one because I want to make sure I didn't get any like thing cut out or nothing. I want like the pure live stream, which is this, and I've got us right at the part where Buffer's announcing them like to make their entrance to the press conference. So just like the face-to-face, I'm gonna have a winner, like who won the press conference, who seems more ready, who seems more determined, who's like in their bag. And let's get it. I'm hoping for a much more lively press conference than what we had last time.
On Saturday night here in Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, for the heavyweight.
I got my Bush Light. It's the weekend. Sponsor me, Bush Light.
Warriors at this time, coming first to the stage. His record stands at 34 victories, 24 big wins by knockout, only 1 defeat.
Could you hold on? Sorry to pause. Could you imagine if I got a Bush Light sponsorship one day? Like if we made it big enough, either through gaming or music reactions or this, like, oh man, that would be amazing. Free beer for life.
He's looking for revenge with 1 draw. He is the heavyweight pride of the United Kingdom, the former lineal and 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson.
I believe in miracles is on. Let me see that face. No smile. He looks That's what's got me thinking he's gonna win. Just the way I've been hearing him talk in interviews, where he's like, he just seems like the Tyson Fury of old. Like he's hungry again, you know? Like when he came back out of retirement to fight Wilder, like he's hungry again. He's looking like he's respectful. He's shaking hands. He's smiling, but he looks very like serious, very like composed, like he's ready to go. But I still want to hear him talk some shit. Why is his voice all quiet now?
He's an Olympic gold medal champion and the heavyweight pride of Ukraine. He's the former undisputed and undefeated cruiserweight world champion, and now the reigning, defending, undefeated, universally recognized heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk.
Punch my mic, sorry. My glasses are dirty. Oh, what is this? Oh, look at this guy. This guy's ready to go. Oh yeah, I could jam to this. Jam. This goes hard. We gotta remix this. Add in some bass. Add in some 808s, you know? Usyk looks ready, professional, composed, but he always is. I'm not as worried about Usyk. Oh, man, my glasses are bothering me. I'm not as worried about Usyk, because I know, like, Usyk's always ready. Like, you don't really have to worry. Like, he's so professional that he's pretty much always ready. I can't tell if my eyes, like, are dirty or my glasses. I got a glare. It's bothering me. Why are your mics so quiet? Like, they're going in and out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
there we go. It's not me. It's like the actual press conference feed.
And on Saturday night, that ring of fire is reignited. I want to start off by hearing from Tyson Fury, the challenger this time. Tyson, we've spoken a few times this week. I've watched some of your interviews, and you've said it's not about redemption, it's not about revenge, it's not even about regaining those titles. So I just want to know, what is it all about for Tyson Fury on Saturday night?
What's it all about for Tyson Fury on Saturday night? I heard him answer this question.
I'm going to dish out a whole lot of pain. I'm going to put this fucker in the hurt locker for sure.
Gonna dish out a lot of pain and put him in the hurt locker for sure. He just seems so ready. Like, look at his face. Like, there's no fucking around.
I've got nothing to say, apart from there's going to be a whole lot of hurt and pain in this fight. You watch. That's all I got to say.
It's gonna be a whole lot of hurt and pain. What is going on with this audio?
About you this week.
Let me see.
There seems to be an extra
might go to a different feed if that's what I gotta do.
I've got nothing to say, apart from there's going to be a whole lot of hurt and pain in this fight. You watch. That's all I got to say. Talking's been done. You know, the first fight I talked.
Here, let me see. Now that we saw the intros, we can go to like the shorter one anyway.
Back in May.
Yeah, the audio's a lot better on this
And on
one.
Saturday night, that ring of fire is reignited. I want to start off by hearing from Tyson Fury, the challenger this time. And Tyson, we've spoken a few times this week. I've watched some of your interviews, and you've said it's not about redemption, it's not about revenge, it's not even about regaining those titles. So I just want to know, what is it all about for Tyson?
The audio is way too loud now because I kept raising it for the other one. I'm sorry.
Tyson Fury on Saturday
at
night.
A good level here, like here.
I'm going to dish out a whole lot of pain. I'm going to put this fucker in the hurt locker for sure.
Dude.
Tyson, there seems to be an edge about you this week. What's happened? There seems to be an extra menace about you.
I got nothing to say, apart from there's going to be a whole lot of hurt and pain in this fight. You watch. That's all I got to say. Talking's been done. You know, the first fight, I talked, I joked, all my career. This time I'm serious. I'm going to do some fucking damage here on Saturday night. Watch me go to work on this fucker.
Man, he looks serious.
Thank you, Tyson. Let's get an opening word from
Bro, he's looking mean, or he sounded mean, looking mean, like he is ready to go. Oh, man. Like, look at that face. Like, he is not fucking around. I haven't seen him this serious in a long time. Like, because honestly, like, let's be honest. Like, usually his caliber opponent is always someone he's supposed to beat. This is someone who's supposed to beat him, and it's like he feels like he's got to prove to the world that he's still Tyson Fury, you know. And oh man, he's looking serious.
The defending champion Alexander Usyk, and we've heard what it's all about for Tyson Fury. It's about causing pain, causing hurt. What is it all about for Alexander Usyk on Saturday night?
Доброго вечора всім, дорогі друзі.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends.
Зараз це тільки розмови, все буде 21 грудня в рингу. Зараз шоу, камера, 21 грудня буде все серйозно.
Now we have just a performance, talks, cameras, light, kind of show. Everything gonna be taking place on Saturday night on the 21st.
Very
you,
cold,
Alexander.
very
I'll be looking to come
professional,
back
you
to
know, like
shortly as well. Let's bring in Hall of Fame boxing.
I feel like both the fighters, especially like Tyson Fury, because he's so ready to go. I've heard him in interviews being like, I don't give a fuck about, you know, these interviews. I don't even want to be here right. He literally straight up told the interview, like, I don't even want to be here right now. I'm here because I have to promote the fight, but I just want to get this shit over with, go home to my kids and have a Merry Christmas, you know? Like, he literally told the interviewer, like, I don't even want to fucking be here. Like, doing interviews, I don't want to do interviews. And the interviewers just had to, like, go on with their interview as if he didn't just tell them that he's being forced to do this.
Boxing promoter Frank Warren. And Frank, what a
Usyk too, you can tell, like,
this is right now.
They're ready to go.
Between Riyadh season and boxing. Give us your thoughts on that. And also, you're very much backing your man sat next to you.
Who looks older, Bob Arum or Frank Warren? I truly don't know anymore. I think Bob's like actually old. Bob's old as fuck. I think he's like 90 something. He's got to be damn near like 200 years old now, Bob.
To get revenge.
I love Bob.
Good evening, everybody.
He just cracks me up.
Riyadh, thank you, Riyadh season, His Excellency, all the teams that have worked to make this such a successful promotion and the previous ones. Riyadh season, you know, it is some event now. These fights get better and better. In the course of, what is it now, 14 months, we're now in the boxing center of the world now. This is where all the big fights happen. And the biggest fight is happening on Saturday night, the rematch.
Saudi Arabia is the new Vegas.
It was a great fight.
It is the boxing capital of the world now.
Very close fight. It was a cigarette paper in the decision. This time round, I know these guys have been in the ring. They shared the ring together for 12 rounds. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses. And it's going to be about who can exploit the weaknesses, who's got the strength to exploit the weaknesses. And I believe Tyson Fury will come through this, and I don't think this fight will go the distance. He's in a great shape, great frame of mind for this fight, fighting mode, and we're going to get an extra special event. Do not blink after the first bell.
I won't be blinking, Frank.
Thank you very much, Frank. Well, as you can see, we've got a
I'm gonna be watching.
Well. Fighters at
I'm gonna be. I
I
just got myself a 24 case of beer, and I'm not gonna drink. Like most of those beers, I'm saving for the fight. I'm going to get myself a shrimp ring, because when I spoil myself, I always get myself a ring of shrimp. I love shrimp. Get myself a shrimp ring, and I'm gonna get myself some either a big ass pizza or some chicken wings, and my buddy might be coming over, but if not, it's gonna be me and Britt, and I'm ready. Like, this is the fight of the year. I got all hyped up for the Tyson fight, and it was just sad and horrifying. And I'm just glad Tyson didn't get knocked out and he's okay. But this is it. This is gonna make up for it. Like, the last fight was beautiful. This fight is gonna be even better. It's gonna be incredible. Make sure you guys tune in. Buy the fight on DAZN. And also, I told you guys my whole boxing podcast that we're doing here was inspired by Showbiz the Adult, who I've been watching for many years now. And he has a partnership with DAZN where if you buy the fight, you can actually watch it with him. So I'm used to watching the fight, and then I have Showbiz going on like a little earbud in my ear, and I'm just basically listening to Showbiz while I watch the fight, but it's always not in sync, so I have to like pause the fight or listen to Showbiz say like, oh, he threw a 1-2, you know, he threw a right jab, left cross, and then I have to like wait to see that on the TV and like sync them up. Now I can straight up just watch Showbiz live at the event, calling the event, like everything on the same screen, same feed. And I think also True Geordie is also being same idea. Like, you can watch the fight with Showbiz or you can watch the fight with True Geordie. I'm pretty sure. I am not sponsored by DAZN. I am just simply letting you guys know so you guys can go check that out. DAZN.com/Showbiz. I'm gonna buy the fight through that. I don't have a DAZN membership because it was just getting too expensive. But I'm gonna buy the fight through there just so I can like watch. You know, I think you get because I want to watch Showbiz live at the event just because I love Showbiz. But it's going to also, if you use like /Showbiz, you get 7 days of like free DAZN membership. So I'll check that out. I used to have DAZN a long time ago, but I'm kind of like. I don't know. I had too many subscriptions, so I just went through like a subscription canceling phase. Anyways, let's get back to the press conference. I'm rambling. Sorry.
There is a young man sat on the end there, Muhammad Alakal, who's representing Riyadh, a real point to grassroots boxing coming through in this country. And this is fight number 2 for you, Muhammad. You did your country proud last time out on your debut on the Besibiev Bivol show. How much are you looking forward to doing it all again?
Thank you. Yeah, I've learned a lot in my debut, and I can't wait to showcase my skills this Saturday. I would like to thank His Excellency for giving me this opportunity and Gold Star.
And you got a tremendous ovation last time. You expecting the same as well in there?
I'm not gonna lie, I am uneducated on the undercard. I have not paid attention to the undercard at all. I've just been solely focused on Fury Usyk, trying to figure out who I think's gonna win.
Recent years, Johnny Fisher and Dave Allen, 10 rounds for the.
I still have no idea who's gonna win. Like, let me be honest. I really still think it's a 50-50 fight. But Fury's just moving in some type of way lately. He just seems like he's in the zone and ready to go. I'm thinking like I like both guys. It doesn't matter to me who wins. Although I do kind of want Fury to win just so we get the trilogy fight. But I love both guys, and obviously, like another win for Usyk would be great to boost morale for the war in Ukraine, and you know, like Fury. Also, I want to see him get a win so that you know he can have, because he's only got a few fights left. I'd say, you know, he's getting older there, and I could see both guys win and be happy about it. You know what I mean? But I do want Fury to win just because that trilogy fight. And I'm also just thinking Fury's going to win because the fight was so close last time, and Fury was not in the mindset, you know what I mean? He wasn't in game mode. He wasn't ready to go. Like, he was kind of like messing around, especially like putting his hands behind his back and like showboating. He really thought he had it, you know? Like, he basically judged the fight too soon. He didn't calculate that Usyk was going to make an adjustment on him quick, and that left hand from the gods, and from that moment, it was, you know, Usyk took over. But now that he knows not to fuck around, like, he's serious. There's no fucking around anymore. He's ready to go. And I think because the fight was so close last time with him not, you know, like, ready to go and him fucking around a little bit, seriously, this time, if he comes in with a serious game plan, I think he could take it. And to me, everything I've seen from the past week or two of interviews, he seems ready to go.
Of my time, and I'm so fortunate to be here to witness it in person, and hopefully it can be half as good as last time.
Nice words, and I like that you picked Fury despite being on the
I
Usyk
don't mean to
side of
talk
the table.
over these
Fair play
guys.
to you,
Like,
Dave Allen.
no disrespect to the other guys on the card. I don't mean to talk over you guys. I'm just, you know, I'm really focused on like the Fury Usyk fight. That's the one I've been breaking down, and this is the first real fight that we're grinding on my channel, like for like content, and because I started this podcast. I've been wanting to start a podcast for the longest time now.
Let's bring in
but
Johnny Fisher.
it took me a while to actually get it going. I did lots of gaming streams, and you know, music reactions now is how my YouTube channel is taken over, but I really want to get a boxing community going here. So if you guys want to talk boxing, please subscribe, comment, and you know, I will reply to every comment on my boxing videos and talk boxing as long as I can. Like, I just, that's my whole point of starting this podcast, is just to have like-minded people to talk boxing with, because I don't really have many people in my life, not really any, who can truly talk boxing at the level I want to, you know?
So tell me this, Johnny. What happens when you put a rhino and a bull together?
There's a possibility for some carnage, that's for sure. And yeah, a rhinoceros and a bull in the same ring. There's going to be fireworks, and I'm not going to take a backward step. I'm sure he won't. And I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it to make everyone proud who comes and supports me, the people that are travelling over, but also the people that will be watching at home. I'm doing it for all of you, and you give me strength every time I fight.
And are we expecting a big knockout, a big bosh on Saturday night?
There'll always be a bosh, of course, but winning is
Are
all that
Fury and
matters.
Usyk
Victory
gonna
all
talk
passes,
more?
and it's
Because like I
it's
wanna.
a big card, but I'm aware
They barely
that my
talked.
job
There's
is-
got to
my
be
job
more
is to
than
beat
that.
Dave Allen, whether that's in Saudi Arabia or somewhere back in England or anywhere around the world. I just happens to be on the biggest stage, on the biggest platform, but my job remains the same: win.
Just a quick one. Have you got a message for Dave Allen down the other end of the table?
Nothing, as he said. He's a good friend, but there's no friends in that boxing ring on Saturday night. We're going to be trading leather, and I'm sure I'll shake his hand before and I'll shake his hand after. But for now, when we're in that ring, we're enemies.
Thank you, Johnny. Let me bring in Eddie Hearn at this point, chairman of Matchroom Sport, sat next to Johnny Fisher a couple of seats down. A couple of things here for you, Eddie. Talk to me a little bit about this fight.
Good
And
old
also-
Eddie Hearn. I feel bad for Eddie Hearn. He has lost like almost every fight this year. He has lost. He got the Katie Taylor win, but that was like a robbery in my opinion. I think Amanda Serrano won that fight. But like, I feel bad for Eddie Hearn because I like Eddie Hearn. But he just can't catch a break this year. And especially when they had like, what was it, the 5v5 or the 6v6, him versus Frank Warren, and Frank's fighters won every single fight of the night. Like, god damn, I feel bad for Eddie.
Well, I've been watching your interviews. It sounds like you're also the chairman of the Tyson Fury fan club these days. You're back in Tyson to do it.
Yeah, thanks, Dev. Just to echo the words of Frank Warren as well, I think this has been the most incredible year. You know, they say if you love what you do, you'll never
Been the
have to
most
work
incredible
another day in your
year,
life. And this has been definitely my most enjoyable year in boxing so far.
Oh, that's
And I
that
don't think
copium,
myself
Eddie.
or
That's
Frank
that
or
copium.
Spencer would have worked the way we have without the passion of His Excellency, because no one is getting myself and Frank Warren up at.
I want to make a note on that. Like, no matter what people might think about Turki Al-Sheikh, I think he is the greatest thing to happen to boxing in a long time. Turki Al-Sheikh is like if someone gave me billions of dollars to like, and I could just spend money on whatever the hell I wanted. I would spend money to make the fighters who won't fight each other. And that's what Turki Al-Sheikh is doing, where other promoters are trying to turn a profit. Turki's not worried about a profit. He takes a loss knowing that, you know, like he's not trying to make a profit. He's paying to see the fights he wants to see. That's like if you gave me or Showbiz like billions of dollars, like to basically like, oh, you guys don't want to fight? What if I give you $200 million? Oh, now you want to fight? Great. Like, Turki Al-Sheikh has been pumping this money into boxing, and basically took the title of like boxing capital of the world away from Las Vegas, turning it into Saudi, and like really he's helping making boxing the #1 sport in the world again. Like, he's getting eyes on boxing. He's making the fights happen that we've been trying to get to happen for years. Like, Turki is a saving grace for the boxing world. I've heard mixed opinions on Turki, but I personally really respect his drive, and just the fact that he's, you know, he's not trying to make a profit like everyone else. He's just trying to see great fights. And as Showbiz would say, he's initiated "we gonna find out" season.
5 o'clock in the morning to do a Zoom in our pajamas like His Excellency. And we do that because we share his passion for the
You
sport.
do that because
We
he
like
got that
We
money.
all like money. And these fighters deserve as much money as possible.
I have
But we
my
feel his
vape, but
energy,
Brittany's
we feel his
sleeping, so I
passion
stole
for the
her
sport of
vape, and
boxing,
hers is
and we embrace
better.
it.
So
I
much
think
more
it's also
powerful.
important to say the change that we see in Riyadh and the country of Saudi Arabia. We first came here in 2019 for boxing. I think the country is unrecognisable since we came then. And not just through boxing, but the spirit and the energy and the positivity that the younger generation have and the feeling among the people is something that
I'm realizing, sorry for pausing so much, but I'm realizing that we're only 10 minutes into the 25-minute press conference, and like my video timer is at 25 minutes, so I totally probably could have made this an hour long, like, live podcast. I feel like I should have did this live. Now it's too late, but lesson learned. I pause a lot and my ADD brain goes off whenever I talk about boxing. So even if it's a 20-minute video, just make it a live episode. You can make it an hour without it. Like, this is probably going to be an hour, and I'm not even trying to make it an hour. Like,
quite jealous of, being from Britain. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. I feel full of spirit every time I step foot in this country. And of course, what they're doing for boxing, as Frank said, is become the central hub for boxing. In an era where Las Vegas and London and New York took that title, now the eyes of the sporting world will be on Riyadh on Saturday night. So, of course, on this fight, Dev, Johnny Fisher is someone that's very important to us. And Dave Allen is someone we're very fond of. Two incredible heavyweights who should be nervous, because this is a platform that they've never been on before, the biggest stage of all. And regarding the main event, as I said to my friend Alex Krasuk earlier, I've got a lot of history with Alexander Usyk, but I am back in Tyson Fury, of course. He's the Brit. I've become fond of this gentleman next to me as well, Spencer Brown and the team. And I said before, I said, you're not like, I mean, because he's a
some
good
random guy from the crowd
You've
yelling
got
a
to be
question.
kinder to him. He's been your friend for a long time. If you heard the nicknames, and you as well, yeah? So you're going to be nice, and you're definitely not on the fence for this fight. Turki Al-Sheikh is back in Tyson Fury to do the business on Saturday.
Oh, that's Turkey.
The one thing I'll say, people ask
Yeah,
me all the time,
Turkey is so backing Tyson Fury. I spoke about it a little earlier, but like the three-way call between him, Usyk, and Tyson was hilarious. Where like he's like, Usyk, we have room in our kitchen for one rabbit more. I want trilogy. Like he's totally backing Tyson. A lot of people might not be happy about that because, like, you know, he's paying the bills and they want the judges to be, you know, like non-biased. But look at all the fighters Turkey has backed that have lost, like, under his, you know, promotional guidance. Like, so it's clearly, you know, his judges are not biased. I'm not worried about that. You know, Showbiz had the same idea there. I'm going to be echoing a lot of what Showbiz says just because that's my #1 boxing podcast. I watch every single episode, so I'm going to constantly be shouting out Showbiz and giving props to Showbiz because that's like my #1 source of boxing info, like, truly, for many years now.
Who's going to win this fight? I'll finish now, Dev. I said this, Alexander Usyk is an incredible fighter, and it will take something extraordinary to beat him on Saturday night. But I know we've had our differences. Tyson Fury is capable of extraordinary things. I think his victory against Vladimir Klitschko in Germany, I watched that in a hotel on a laptop in America. I thought he had absolutely no chance. He won every single round. When he fought Deontay Wilder in America, I thought he had absolutely no chance. He was robbed in the first fight. He smashed him to pieces in the second fight. Two generational great heavyweights, two credits to the sport. May God bless you both on Saturday night, but most of all, I can't believe I'm saying it, may Tyson Fury be victorious on Saturday night for Britain.
He's like, I can't believe I'm saying it because he's been on the opposing side of for so long. And now I can't believe I say it, but God bless Tyson Fury, you know.
Thank you very much, Eddie. Alexander Usyk.
Eddie's not even British. Isn't he Australian? But he's like a British citizen, I'm pretty sure. And like he's been a British promoter forever. But like, he's, you know, he's back in the British fighter here. But he's worked with Usyk for so long. So it's kind of like, you know. But now, you know, Tyson's his man for this fight at least.
He stared at you for most of that. So fair play holding your nerve there. Let's move things along. A brilliant heavyweight fight. It's the co-main event on Saturday night. there is a young man
He also
here
probably
who
wants that
many
trilogy.
believe that when these fellas retire, when Fury and Usyk are gone and this current crop are gone, this man will be the one to carry the torch forward and be the heavyweight moving forward. 19 years old, Moses Itauma, but he's in tough, he's in deep. Dempsey McKean is by far the biggest test of his career. And we'll start with Dempsey McKean here. This is 10 rounds, by the way, for the WBO Intercontinental and vacant WBA International Heavyweight Championship.
It's going to be a good fight, too.
Dempsey McKean. Now, you've just heard it from me. You've probably heard it all week.
I'm gonna grab
all the
a
talks
drink real
about
quick.
Moses and what Moses can do and what he's going to go on to achieve. But you are a 6'6" Australian tower, and you got your own plans, right?
Yeah, definitely. First and foremost, I'd like to thank His Excellency and the beautiful Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for hosting us, giving us the platform to be able to come here and fight and showcase it all. But yeah, it's all the Moses show at the moment, isn't it? But you know what, I don't mind. I'm kind of used to being the underdog a bit, especially with the Filip Hrgović fight. And, you know, I've had a really good training camp. My sparring's been good. Everything's been on point, and I'm ready to disrupt the Moses show come Saturday.
Okay, thank you very much, Dempsey. Let's bring in Moses Itauma.
I don't know.
You've just heard from the man who is looking
But
to
with a
disrupt
name like Dempsey.
the Moses Itauma show on Saturday night. What are you thinking?
It didn't sound believable, I can't lie. But I want to start off by saying thank you very much, Turkey Al-Sheikh, for giving me this opportunity to fight on shows like this. Like, listen, I'm just a teenager from Chatham. It's mad that I'm underneath bright lights. I'm on the same table as Tyson Fury, Frank Warren, I mean, Eddie Hearn, Spencer, Alexander Usyk. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm going to take it with both hands. And I'm living this up as much as I can. It's funny though, like, I'm 19-year-old.
Gonna be a good fight.
Professional last year. Dempsey McKean's has double amounts of fights, and yet he's the underdog. Listen, I'm not looking past Dempsey. For me, this is like my world title fight.
Thank you very much, Moses Itauma. Brilliant fight on Saturday night, Itauma against Dempsey McKean. Let's start talking again about the main event.
I don't
Let's
know
get
much
a
about
trainer's
Dempsey
eye
McKean,
from
but I know
Serge
Mosick is
Lapin,
slick.
part of the Usyk coaching team. And Serge, you've got 12 rounds of data now as a team. What's going to happen on Saturday? Have you had to change much? Give
Are
us your
Fury and
thoughts.
Usyk gonna like go at it more? Trying to see here. I want to see Fury and Usyk talk. I want to see them go at it. It looks like they talk more around here.
Good evening, everyone.
В субботу вечером будет противостояние.
If it's cool with you guys, I'm gonna just skip to like, there we go, Usyk's trainer's talking here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm mainly just interested in the main event for this card. Like, not super hyped for the other fights on this card. Like, it's okay, but like, I'm really just excited for Fury Usyk.
One of current champion will prove to the other one that he is the champions, where one of current champion will prove to the other one that he is the stronger man, and he will perform what real techniques is.
Wait, is he asking about, because it was showing his face, but I'm getting confused. He asked a question.
И один докажет еще раз
Oh,
другому.
he's translating for him.
He is the stronger man, and
Perfect. Thank you very much, Serge Lapin.
Okay.
Let's bring in legendary boxing promoter Bob Arum. And Bob, you are
Bob
very
Arum,
much
my
in the
man
Tyson
Bob.
Fury camp. Give us your thoughts on
I
Saturday
want to hear what
night
Bob's
and
got
where
to
it
say.
sits historically as well.
Come on,
First,
Bob.
I want to say to everybody out there that this is the way you speak English, not like my.
Bob is a literal fossil. Like, he is a fossil. This man is 400 years old.
Say to everybody out there that this is the way you speak English, not like my British friends. Right? There's no accent at all. It's all plain syllables.
This is how you speak
And
English. God
it's
damn,
so
Bob.
much of a delight
He's coming
for
in
me
with the roast.
to be here in Riyadh, to be with my friend, His Excellency, who we've become really friends, and we enjoy each other, and that's very important. And looking
That's
to
good,
the fight,
Bob. That's wholesome.
I'm not going to talk about
Hey, Rock. How
great
you
fights and
How you doing, Rock?
great fighters, because it will be a great fight, and these are great fighters. But I'm not only been Tyson's Fury co-promoter, but also I'm a Tyson Fury fan. And if anybody had watched the second Wilder fight, first one, remember, was a draw, and Wilder hit him with a punch that no human being could get up from, and Tyson did. And Tyson, in the second fight, knew what he had to do, and he won that
That's
fight.
true. He got up from like
one-sided
he got up from the
way.
grave for that
And
fight.
I'm looking forward to him fighting in that way and being successful on Saturday night. That being said, he's fighting a tough, skilled Ukrainian. And personally, like many Americans, I'm so proud of his people, the Ukrainian people, how hard they've been fighting and what they've been accomplishing, fighting a much bigger country. And never, never, never count out a Ukrainian. And Alexander Usyk typifies the strength.
Bob's old,
of
so it's
Ukraine,
always about like
but he's
where you're from, like saying you guys don't talk right, and like they never count out a Ukrainian. Like it's always about like your background for Bob. Like Bob's got that old school mentality.
He's in on Saturday night with one of the best heavyweights of all time, Tyson Fury, and I'm very confident that our man Tyson will emerge victorious. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bob Arum.
Yeah,
Let's head
Bob.
back to the Usyk
I love
side
Bob.
of the table. Let's bring in Aegis Klimas. Aegis,
Bob,
you have
the
been
fact that he's
pretty
still
active,
doing
actually,
what
on
he
social
does is a
media,
miracle.
hammering home the point that your man's going to get the job done. Tell us why he's going to get the job done.
Good evening, Riyadh. Beautiful, beautiful city, beautiful country. A little bit cold nowadays, but, well, never expected. Thank you, His Excellency. Thank you, people, for organizing this. Listen, Alexander Usyk has been the champion on the road. He's a warrior on the road. As you just heard a couple of minutes ago, we all for Tyson, we're all together. In May here, last few months ago in May, Alexander Usyk proved to the whole world when he became undisputed champion of the world, winning against Tyson Fury. At that point, we as a team already fought. We don't have nothing else to prove. We did everything. Every single fight Alexander fought, he never fought at home. He fought in UK, he fought in the United States.
That's true. Usyk will fight any place, anytime, anywhere. Like Usyk's that guy where he's just so confident in his ability that it doesn't fucking matter. When Tyson Fury hit him with that like 70-30 split, and he thought that was gonna be like a deterrent. I feel like he thought that was gonna be a deterrence. Usyk's like, I accept your offer, 70-30, and then it didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like it was Usyk's just that. He's him, bro. Usyk is literally him. Like there's nothing bad you could say about Usyk except maybe, you wish he had a bit more punching power, but he doesn't really need it with his style. Like Usyk he's him.
When we became here to fight in Riyadh, it's always on the road. Now, after he's been already undisputed, we're coming here and we have to prove again, which is no problem. We will see Saturday night, once again, who is Alexander Usyk. Thank you, and we will see you on Saturday night.
Thank you very much, Aegis Klimas. Well, let's bring in Spencer Brown. And Aegis Klimas has made his case for Alexander Usyk. What is the case for Tyson Fury?
Well, Tyson's done an amazing camp. He's lived like a monk. As you can see, he's very, very, very focused. He thinks that he's had something taken off him that he shouldn't have, and he wants it back. And on Saturday night, he will get it back. And I
definitely get that vibe. Fury looks like a man on a mission right now.
About the Ukrainians,
like he's literally just sitting there like he's like, I don't want to be here. I want to fight. In the one interview, he was literally saying, like, I don't even want to be here right now. If I could fight right now, I would do it. Like, he's just ready to go.
But they are. Don't underestimate a gypsy man, a travelling man from Lancaster, who has fighting in his blood right the way through his family. His grandmother's grandmother could fight. His great-great-grandfather could fight. Everybody can fight. They have a great bloodline of fighting men. They are also warriors. So do not underestimate this man to my right. He's very focused, and we believe on Saturday night he's going to bring that belt back to England where it belongs.
Thank you very much,
Where
Spencer
it
Brown.
belongs.
Bring in Alex Krasik. Alex, last time we...
I'm not one of
had a
those people
press
where, like, I'm a Canadian, but, like, there's no real, like, big Canadian heavyweights. But, like, well, there's some, but, like, not, like, big. But I'm not one of those people where it's like, you know, the belts need to come home. I think the belts are home wherever the fighter who won them lives. You know what I mean? Like, the belts are universal.
You had a lovely short.
But I do respect that notion of, like, the belt's coming home, you know? It's like a drive.
And I emphasise short here tonight.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Besides that, it's an honor to be back to the new Mecca of boxing, to Saudi Arabia, to the beautiful city of Riyadh. It's also
This guy came prepared. He's reading off his phone. Like, he wrote himself a script beforehand. You could tell because he's like, da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Like, he's making sure. He's like, I wrote this shit down. I'm ready.
a pleasure to be hosted by such wonderful people who we know. Who could ever imagine that a small, common, young kid from Simferopol, from Crimea, one day becomes the two-time undisputed? His dream came true. Our dream came true. His fans' dreams came true. There is a man in the kingdom who has a habit of making dreams come true. Your Excellency, thank you very much. And one more gratitude goes to Gypsy King. We know that he's not very good at making the rematches, but we must admit that courage and
What does
bravery...
he mean by that? He's not very good at making the rematches. What does that mean?
in his heart.
Tyson Fury does well in rematches. I'm confused.
Tyson, thank you for being here. Just one day separates us from the battle and from its outcome. As they say in the wise book, the race is not for the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor bread to the wise, nor riches to the intelligent, nor favor to those with knowledge, but time and chance happen to them all. Ladies and gentlemen, let the Lord bless the fighters. May strength and valor accompany them in the battle. Good luck to the both of them, and let the best man win again. Thank you.
I like that. Let the best man win again. Like, he's basically saying, like, the best man is Usyk, so he needs to win again.
Thank you very much, Alex.
Very
Krasik.
respectful,
Let's
though.
get a final word from both main event fighters. Tyson, in 2015, before you fought Vladimir Klitschko, you told him his time was over and your time is now. Before you boxed Deontay Wilder in the rematch, you told him you'd fight fire with fire and go through it. What would you like to tell Alexander Usyk before your rematch on Saturday night?
Can't wait for Saturday night. Thank you, everybody involved. God bless.
Yeah, what would you like to tell him? I can't wait. Thank you. God bless. Like, he does not want to talk. He is ready to fucking go. Like, look at this face. Like, he has no more fucks left to give. Like, he does not want to be at this press conference, and that's how I know he's ready. I can't wait for the weigh-in. The weigh-in is going to tell me if I'm doing a bigger straight bet, because I got a little bit straight bet going right now on Fury, but not a lot. Like, I'm waiting for the weigh-in or press conference, but now that I've watched that, the weigh-in. But, like, if he comes in super, super heavy, I'm putting it on the knockout. If he comes in lean and mean, like I've been seeing, like, some footage of him with, like, visible abs, then I'm just going to put it on a straight bet. But either way, I think with the fight so close the way it was last time, and the fact that he seems 100% more ready and dialed in this time, I think Fury is going to take it. Although I'm not very confident because, like I said, I see it as a 50-50 fight. But the way Fury's moving lately, I honestly think this round I think goes to Fury. That's my prediction. I might make a separate video on my prediction and break it down further, but my prediction, if I don't make a second video, just note now that my prediction is Tyson Fury's going to win. I don't know if it's going to be by knockout. I'll know that after the weigh-in, which I'm probably going to react to. I'm not sure yet, but I think this is Fury's round. He seems like a man on a mission with something to prove.
Thank you, Tyson. And final words to the defending champion. You've been telling Tyson Fury you will not leave him alone. What is your message to Tyson as we head into Saturday?
Don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone. See you on Saturday.
Don't be afraid. I will not leave you. That's his new quote. That's the Usyk quote. Don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone. Okay, well, this video here cut me off before the face-off, but the full press conference had terrible audio. This one, you could tell they boosted the audio so we could actually hear. But the last thing I want to see is the face-off. That's what I want to see, the face-off.
Is a hard beat whoever is.
Okay, not that far from the beginning.
Lyrical. They still got that glint in their eye, Team Usyk, that they always have, like they know something we don't. And in the past, they have known something that we don't. They've known how to beat whoever it is in the opposite corner. I'm looking at them now. Let me just.
Man, Fury looks ready to go. Let me see them like get up to face each other again. But look at Fury's eyes. Usyk looks ready to go, but Usyk's always ready to go. But look at Fury. Fury's like, he's not dancing it. He's not fucking around anymore. Like Fury, look at those eyes on Fury. Oh man, remember the last time they faced off, the final face-off? He wouldn't even like, well, they're gonna face off again at the weigh-in, I'd imagine, so it's not the final face-off, but the last time they faced off, he wouldn't even look at Usyk. Like, he looked at him for a little bit, and then he turned to the camera, and he was doing like his flexing and shit, and Usyk just kept staring at him the time. Like, you could, in that moment, I kind of had an idea in that moment that Usyk was gonna take it, because I felt like he was mentally defeated. Fury right now, at least so far, he is staring into Usyk's soul, like with that, like you can see the muscular tension in his jaw and his neck here. Like, he is just fiending for this opportunity to batter him. Like, he is a lot more dialed in than last time, and because the last time was very close, I think Fury got this one.
Corner. I'm looking at them now. Let me just turn around now. I need to see this with my own eyes. Now, I think that is a harsher, steelier look than we've seen in the past. That looks a little bit more serious than normal. Intent.
Look at him. He's staring into his soul.
No one's breaking that, Andy.
No, it's going to be tricky.
No one's breaking that now.
To get them to turn away here, they might need a piece of paper to put it between them so that gaze
This is quite fiery. This.
Oh my God, dude! Look at this intense face-off. The last time Fury turned away, and he, like, you could tell, like, he didn't want to face him off because the mental wasn't there. Look at him now. He is not breaking eye contact. He's got that look on his face that says, "I'm gonna fucking kill you." Oh my God.
There's just a sense here that,
yeah, a real sense of something
could happen, because you see the security just gather, and you can feel it. You can feel that whiff of cordite sometimes.
Usyk looks like he always looks, but Fury looks ready. Usyk looks ready. Usyk's always ready, but they're still staring at each other.
It's never been this intense, never.
And it's going to take one of the team members here to convince either one of them that this long stare down needs to be broken. They stared into each other's souls for 12 rounds, didn't they, back in May, and they saw no weakness, and they're continuing to do it now. And
Man, Fury looks like a, oh my God, he finally blinked. He finally blinked.
Maybe we're not going to set records for stare downs, but they've stared down now longer than they've ever done in the past, and it's about as intense as I've seen it. No comedy, no faces, just a glare and a stare.
Neither one is twitching even a fibre of a muscle. They are absolutely still. They're like statues.
How long do you leave them, Andy? What do you think?
I don't really know how you go about separating people in this situation. I mentioned a piece of paper you can put between
Fury's blinked a few. Oh, okay, Usyk's blinking too. But like these guys are staring into each other's souls.
Kind of situation because they're in the zone here.
Yeah.
They're not really aware of anything that's going on outside of this.
They have no idea. What's interesting?
How long do they stare down for? Do they stare down for the full 11 minutes?
And there's no one close to Tyson apart from Brendan, his personal security. So I'm thinking it's going to be Brendan touches. I'm trying to see the body language of the people surrounding them, which way they fancy going, because this is really intense.
It's amazing. They're not even blinking. It's like looking at a pair of waxworks and Madame Tussauds. And this is important to them now. It's gone on this long. You cannot be the first person to look away.
Absolutely. After 30 seconds with a smile.
Yeah, they're in a battle now to see who's going to look away first. And I don't know. Usyk looks like he always looks. Usyk's always ready, so I'm not surprised. But Fury is in the zone. Oh my God. Fury is I am betting. I'm betting a lot on Fury. Once I see the weigh-in, I'll know if I'm betting it on the knockout or a straight bet. But I'm calling Fury. The first fight was too close, and he wasn't even like 50% as focused as he is now. He is focused.
He didn't really take time to process it.
Rubbish.
It is what it is.
Yeah, rubbish.
That's not what they do.
Absolute rubbish. You know and I know that's not the case. He's in a hole, he's been in a hole, and it's a dark hole and it's a black hole, and he's been in those places before. He's battled in his head every single moon and every single night, Alexander Usyk. He's never going to admit it, but we know it. You can see it in his eyes.
Fury's eyes are moving a bit now.
I wish we'd have run a clock over this, Andy.
How long is this going to go on for? Because, as you said, we've got to the point now, so far past the point of no return with this. Somebody is going to have
Who's going to look away first?
Who's going to give any ground here? It's who gets out of
Because I can't tell who wins the press conference based off like the actual press conference, because they barely spoke. But I'd say whoever looks away first loses the press conference.
In between them. Turkey had a shake left the stage several minutes ago.
I think really he's the only person in this situation who can handle this, because if you're a team member of Usyk or Fury, I would be very reluctant to try and tell either one of them, look, we need to go, because they won't like it. They won't take kindly to it.
And I can see Spencer Brown has now got closer. Krasic's moved a little bit closer. Krasic and Spencer Brown are laughing. I'm looking at their lips. I don't think they're talking, Andy. I think it's just the face, just the eyes, just the look.
Man, they are just staring into each other's souls. Oh my God, this is beautiful. This is going to be such a good fight. This is going to be an incredible fight.
We had the narrative in place. We saw immediately. We did the sit-downs on Monday, Stephen. Anyone who went anywhere near Fury, you could get the vibe off him, straight away, aura off him, that things were different. Things were different this time. No fun and games. He wasn't relaxed at the start of the week. He just wanted to get down to business. And Usyk has always been that way. He's always been that way. And there's not really anything anyone...
How long are they going to stare into... We're at 6 minutes of staring now.
I wish we'd have kept...
Are they going to... They're going to have to break this up.
He's not talking, but they are nodding at each other. So they're communicating with their eyes, Andy.
He threw us a feint there, Tyson, didn't he? Just
a little movement, yeah.
I'm People might wonder why this is important. Why does it matter? You don't win a fight in a stare down. That's what people say. But when it gets to this kind of level, this kind
I'm
of
at the point now where I'm like, yo, I need to go pee and finish this video and upload it. But like, goddamn, they just won't break, which is epic. But I'm also like, come on, I gotta pee.
Everyone talks about Mike Tyson taking people.
Are they gonna get broken up here?
He does it.
Mauricio Suleiman is just
someone.
Mauricio Suleiman's trying to break them up, but it's not working.
The two of them. I saw Spencer Brown just kind of called him up, and they're trying to use him as that impartial.
They're slightly further apart now, Andy, as well. There are now hundreds of people surrounding.
He's waving in his face. He's like, hey, hello. He's like, I'm not breaking. They are fucking dialed in. Oh my god. This is going to be such a beautiful fight.
Further apart. Tyson shaking his head. There's a lot of people in the middle. Mauricio Suleiman is pleading. He's pleading with Usyk, Andy. Pleading.
It's been going 7 minutes, I'm told. What they're going to have to do here is they're going to have to make sure these two both reverse out, aren't they? Nobody's going to want to turn around, but if they get them separated by enough distance, eventually they'll lose that eye contact.
But Andy, they're in a standoff, a cul-de-sac of their own emotions. This is not going to be easy.
He's like patting his ribs. He's like, come on, please, please. We got shit to do, please.
And grab a soft drink on the way to their hotel rooms.
Well, somebody's holding up an accreditation there, and I think that was
to try and break the stare.
To try and break the stare. This is where Tyson Fury being 6'9" is really unhelpful, because if you have somebody the same height or a couple of really big lads, you could get them in there and block his gaze.
Mauricio Suleiman of the WBC, he's now appealing to Brendan. Big Brendan, who goes everywhere with Tyson Fury. Brendan's talking back, and I don't think it's necessarily very good what he's saying. No one's going to break these two. They're going to do this until at some point.
Man, they are like, this is wild. This stare down right here has let me know that this is going to be a amazing fight. Like, the energy is just insane between these two. This is going to be a beautiful fight.
You've done it so many times, and you get towards the business end, and they're flicking that switch. You've got to be careful around them. You have to be careful.
Are talking now, Andy. Sorry for cutting across you. They are talking now, and that's generally a sign.
Oh, what is he saying? I wish I could hear that.
The pure staring has been broken.
Okay, a handkerchief is out. Somebody's trying to use that crimson handkerchief as a means of again.
They tried to use a handkerchief to break the eye contact, and Usyk's just like, nope, I can still see him. Like, this is insane. Fury's talking his shit now. I wish I could hear that. Usyk's firing back. Oh, I wish I could hear that. Maybe we'll get some audio of that later on in the week, or in the next couple days, because the fight's on Saturday.
Being broken, I'm convinced of it.
Okay, I think
it looks like Usyk's giving him plenty back as well.
I kind of feel for Mauricio Suleiman here, to be
Look
honest,
at Fury's eyes now that he's talking. He's got a bit of crazy eyes going. Look at that. He's like,
Well, the good thing is he's now thought up a new idea. He's gonna have a.
Fury's like this. Like this is Fury's eyes right now. He's like he's got that crazy look on him right now.
Staring bell.
Okay, so Brendan is coming in now.
Now it's getting physical. Brendan's there. Tyson's not.
And now they gotta physically break him up.
And that's the danger.
Now Usyk's.
Oh, Fury's got that crazy look in his eyes. He's got that crazy look in his eyes. Oh man. Fury is. Oh god, this is gonna be wild.
Just increasing the distance between them, bit by bit by bit.
This is gonna be such a good fight. Oh my god.
Reaction there to his security guard, Brendan, just getting a hold of him. He didn't like it, and that's why you have to be very, very careful, because when they go to that place, when they're in that zone, as Steve said, everything else around them ceases to exist. There's a couple of hundred people in this room. They're not seeing anybody else. They're not seeing the cameras. They're not seeing anybody else. They are just seeing each other. But this might be coming to an end fairly soon, I think. But
yeah, it looks like they're broken up now.
Again, if anything.
The stare down's finished. They've broken away at a distance. Now it's just insults. But it is serious there. It's high velocity on that stage. It's extremely volatile on that stage. Tyson Fury is gesticulating. Brendan, who's a big boy, is at full pelt holding him.
Fury just pointing
God
his finger
damn,
at
that
Usyk
was
there and
that was an insane face-off. Holy crap. Like that face-off for me, just guaranteed for me that this fight is going to be absolutely epic. I am so ready. I cannot wait for Saturday. It's going to be hard to wait for Saturday now that, you know, I don't have work till 2 weeks from now, so I'm just going to be waiting and counting down the days. I might react to the weigh-in live, or I might react to it off stream like I'm doing now, but we just hit an hour now, so this is definitely going to be like a podcast episode, an offline podcast episode. But this only reaffirmed my belief that I think Fury's going to take this one. I'm not like super sure about it because, like I said, it's like a 50-50 fight, but Fury's energy is just insane. Like the way he was staring into Usyk's soul there, like he is ready to go. He is not fucking around. Usually he's fucking around and talking, you know, like never shuts up. He's barely talking now. He is dialed in. And Usyk is too, but Usyk always is. But the fact that Usyk was dialed in last time, Fury wasn't 100% dialed in. Now he is, and since that fight was so close, that is my main reasoning for thinking that Fury is going to win this fight. It might change, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be betting my bag on Tyson Fury. I bet a little bit now, but I'm going to bet more after the weigh-in. I'm pretty sure I want to bet on the knockout, but it really depends on the weigh-in. Like if he comes in like super light and shredded, like more shredded than he has been in his whole career, then I can safely assume that he's coming for a boxing match. But if he comes in super heavy like he did for Wilder 2, I'm going to assume he's going for the knockout, and that's where I'm going to put my money. But for now, it's been fun. We reacted to the press conference and then the weigh-in, and I hope you guys are enjoying the podcast so far. We're brand new. This is like episode 4 or 5, I think. And I want to keep it going. I want to garner a boxing community, so join my Discord. I have a boxing channel just for like boxing talk, but so far I haven't really had anyone to talk with. It's just been me like posting updates every once in a while. But like I keep saying, my main reasoning for making this podcast is I just want people to talk boxing with who can talk boxing at the same level as me and who love it as much as I do. And I don't really have anyone in my life who can, like, I have a few people who could talk a bit about boxing, but nobody who can really talk at that level about boxing with me. And that's the main reason for this podcast, is I just really want to find people to talk boxing with. So hopefully we garner a good community here, and I might make one more video before the fight, and I might call the fight live. It really depends. My buddy might be coming over, but it's like a 50-50 thing. So if he bails on me, I might actually call the fight live, or I might just make, you know, a post-fight video. Like that's the most likely scenario, but there's a chance I might call this one live. But if my buddy comes over, then we're just going to chill and hang out and have a good time. But thank you for being here. If anyone has made it this far, thank you so much. You're amazing. I appreciate you. And if you wouldn't mind giving this video a like and commenting to let me know y'all were here, and, you know, maybe we could talk some boxing, and I appreciate you guys. And for now, I'm going to peace out before I ramble on any longer. But thank you guys so much. And if this is your first time, welcome to the YoAdrian Ring Boxing Podcast, where we will be talking about current boxing events, reacting to weigh-ins and press conferences, and just everything that I want to say about boxing, I'm going to be putting in these lives. So I plan to have a live podcast every Saturday typically, but we'll see for this Saturday just because the fight's a bit early. But for now, thank you all. For anyone who's been here and watched this far, I appreciate you more than you know, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.